Hello, and thank you for joining us for this brief demo of the CallShaper agent application. The first step for an agent to do when they arrive at the office is to log in for the day. As they log the first call to come through, because on a dialing platform, the call could come through at any second. With CallShaper, the agent will hear a slight beep in his or her ear, so as soon as the call is coming through, they will know it. In between calls, they'll have this screen to look at, which will show them stats and information about what's been happening for the day and this. When the call is completed and comes through to the agent, there's a slight beep in the ear letting me know that the call has come through. That should focus my attention on the script. Scripting with CallShaper is completely customizable, so you can make the script be whatever you need it to be. As this is a demo system, there aren't a whole lot of huge differences in this and a very generic campaign that you might build. However, if you need a very complicated script, that's not a problem whatsoever. With CallShaper, we do have dynamic scripting. By that, we mean that you can have if-then statements built off in the back end that will allow the agent to stay focused on what they need to look at consistently. To give you an example, if this client were to say they like to go to the beach, I can click continue and have some text that's very much based on where they want to go and what they wish to do. If they say they prefer to ski, however, maybe that gives us a very different script. The concept being that you can have a complicated script made very easy for the agent to follow based on what the customer is asking about or how they're answering questions. Another unique feature of CallShaper is the capability to have as many third-party window tabs built within the system as you may need. In this case, I just have the callshaper.com website, but you can have any website that you choose. Another nice feature is our rebuttals or frequently asked questions. These are built so the agent can quickly access those based on the questions or problems that a client might have or objections. Now, if you need to transfer a call, not a problem. CallShaper has the capability to build in buttons that can do all kinds of things, from transferring a phone call to scheduling an appointment. You name it, we can create a button that can do it. Now, in case of a transfer, you can always have a button here, but you could also have a list up here for either internal or external transfers. Any 10-digit number in the US or Canada will work just fine. If I click transfer call here, you'll notice it'll open a small little dialog box. Now, while that call is connecting, I want to point out some other items. This, what we would call a blended campaign, we have a list of calls in queue here, showing how many calls are waiting to be answered and what the longest wait time is. Obviously, in a demo campaign, we don't have any inbound calls right now. However, it's important to understand that's a capability. Below that is all the information about who we're speaking with. In this case, it's Bugs Cow, and he's in Bel Air, Maryland, where it's 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time. I can always put that call on hold, resume the call. You can see a redial and a leave voicemail button. The leave voicemail button is designed for you to have a pre-recorded voicemail that you want agents to drop into that voicemail box. Finally, you'll notice below here we have two tabs, a callbacks tab and a supervisor tab. The supervisor tab allows me to ask for help or chat with a supervisor at any time. The callbacks tab allows me to look at any upcoming callbacks that might be coming on my radar and popping up on my screen automatically at the day and time that it's due. You can see here I have one due today on the 28th of February at 1:30 p.m. Now, if this call is about to end because I'm going to transfer the call, I just click finish. In this case, there has automatically been a conversion created or a scheduled callback in this case, and I don't have to do anything. I just end the wrap up. Now I'm back in the queue waiting for my next call. Now, as I'm waiting for the call to come in, you'll notice that I have a bunch of stats in front of me that I can keep my eyes on. Now, obviously, Pink Crystal is doing best. Now, I get into this next call. Things go very well, but maybe at the end they just say, you know what? let's go ahead and I'm not really interested right now. Can you call me back another time? Well, we're going to go ahead and schedule that call back. We're going to make it only for me, and I'm going to make it for the same time tomorrow. I then am going to schedule this, end the call, finish, and end the wrap up. That'll bring me back into the main page. Now, again, I said Pink Crystal is number one. Well, she has a sale today, and we've created points for that sale. So CallShaper does allow for some slight gamification within the system. One last thing I do want to point out before I let you go is that we can have completely customizable statuses and transfers to any 10-digit number, as I mentioned earlier. But the system is also designed for you to build your conversions and your dispositions to be whatever you choose. Hence why we have one that says ABC and one of being stupid. I hope you've enjoyed this time with us to take a quick look at the CallShaper agent application. We look forward to showing you a complete demo. If you'd like to visit us at callshaper.com and simply click on request a demo, and would be happy to share one that's personalized for you and your business.